It's better not to try and fail as opposed to trying and failing, right? Wrong. If you don't try, that's an automatic fail. If you do try, it's a possibility that you will fail. But we have to retrain our minds around that word fail or failure. When you try something, and if it doesn't work out for you, if it doesn't go the way that you planned, typically what we do is we own that. Then that becomes our identity. And then you find yourself saying, I am a failure. I failed. What happened, the event itself, is that didn't happen. It failed. You are not a failure. I don't care how many times that you have tried to do something and it did not go the way that you wanted it to go. You are not a failure. When the thing does not go as planned, that failure now becomes feedback, where you literally, you sit and you think about what happened. What did not go well? Why did it not go well? What can I learn from this? And how can I apply the new learning the next time around? Failure is just feedback. Now, do we like it when things don't go our way? Do we like it when that thing fails? Nope. Let me tell you something. Failure is funky. Nobody likes it. Failure is funky, but it's fundamental. It's fundamental because we take that feedback and we use that to do better the next time around. When you begin to believe enough about you, know enough about you, believe in who you are, and believe that you are capable, believe that you can do all things. When you begin to take ownership and that becomes your identity, you will separate yourself from that event that failed, from that experience that failed. That's not you. That's that event. That's that experience. For you, that's going to be feedback, because you're going to take that and you're going to use that to do better the next time around. So failure is funky, but it's fundamental. It's purposeful. We use that to get up and to do better the next time around. And even if the next time around, if it still does not go as planned, you don't get it 100%. You did better than you did the first time. And then the third time, you're going to do better than you did the second time. And then the fourth time, you're going to do better than you did the third time. And you're going to get back up and you're going to keep pushing. You're going to get back up and you're going to keep going. And every single time, you're going to take away something. Every single loss, there's a lesson. In every single loss, there is something that you can learn. And you apply that new learning to the next time that you get up and you do that thing and you make it even better. And each time, that's growing stronger. That's making you stronger. You are building your confidence. You are building the belief and the trust within yourself that, yes, I can do this. Now, you may not make the same mistake twice. The next time around, it may be another kind of mistake, but you're going to learn from it. And you'll see in the end, after you try and try and try again, you'll see that each time you get a little bit closer to hitting the mark. Each time you get a little bit stronger. Each time that belief in that trust and that confidence in yourself, you'll see that that's even stronger than it was than when you first started out. Failure is funky. We don't like it, but it's fundamental. Nobody likes it when it happens. But if we just take a moment, and it might be some frustrations. It might very well be some frustrations. I know it's gonna be some frustrations. Absolutely. I remember when I was the very first time I sat down and I was trying to create, build out my website. And I had sat in this class, was sitting in these classes like every week. And it was like learning another language, literally. And I'm like, one minute I think I got it. And then the next minute I was like, no, that didn't turn out the way that don't look like, it didn't look like that when the teacher did it. It didn't look like that, right? But each time I kept trying. And now it's actually at a place where I can share the link with somebody and be like, oh, look what I did. Yeah, it looks okay. But I can't tell you how many times it took. I can't tell you how many hours that it took, how many months that it took. And as a matter of fact, the very first time when it did not go well, I backed up. And I was like, let me just sit this on a shelf for a little while. Let me think about if I really want to do this. And I was like, yeah, I got to get back up and do it. But each time that I tried, I learned something different. I kept popping into the class. I kept trying outside of class. And eventually it got to a place where I was like, you know what? It's acceptable. At least, and not only that, it got to a place where I can might can help somebody else. Ain't nobody asked me yet, but I might can help somebody else to figure out their issues, because I done had a lot of them. But all of those issues, with every single one of those experiences, I learned something. And that's what we have to do. We have to take each moment, each experience, each event as an opportunity to learn. Do we want to master it? We want to hit the mark? You want to hit the target every single time? Absolutely. You want it to be a success the first time around? Yep, we do. But does it always happen? Nope. It does not. But if you learn to take every loss and you look at it as a lesson and you look at it as an opportunity to learn something new, if you look at it as this is making me stronger, I'm stronger now, I'm better now. And when you sit and you start reflecting back on that, how it was last week or how it was last month or how it was last year, and you start reflecting on those times, you like, I did that. Wow. Look how far you have come from last week, from last month, from last year. So get back up every single time and try it again every single time. You may have gone out for a new job and then you thought you did really, really well in that interview. And maybe you did. I'm sure you did, right? You did really, really well, but they still did not call you. You did not get that congratulatory email or that congratulatory phone call saying, welcome to the team. You did not get that. And you really had your heart set on it. That's a bummer. That doesn't feel good. And it's in moments like that where you walk away feeling, I'm a failure. I can't be successful. Those are toxic words. Remember, our words have power. Remember the words that you are speaking. The words that you speak are creating the world that you actually live in. So we don't use language like, I'm not successful, I am a failure. Don't use that type of language, because your language is very powerful. When those things do not go as planned, when things do not go as well as you thought that they would, that is an opportunity for you to start doing some reflection and thinking about what happened, what went wrong. What is it that I can learn from this? And how do I apply this new knowledge to the next time around? If you have an opportunity in the interview, if you have an opportunity to speak with someone from the interview panel, maybe reach out to them. Hey, I would really like some feedback. Failure is only feedback. Failure is an opportunity for us to learn, to get better, to grow. So make that shift in our minds. Accept failure, accept loss as an opportunity to learn. Okay? Hey, I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach. Keep believing in you. You got this. You can do this. You, fearfully and wonderfully made. Let that sink in. Really think about that. But you got this. Never let anyone tell you differently. You got this. You can do this. Every single loss, there is a learn. Keep learning. Keep growing. And you watch how you begin to blossom. I'm Dr. Tam, your empowerment coach. I'll check in with you soon.